In this video, we're going to talk about 6 signs that someone is doing you harm. Many times that feeling you have, that weight on your shoulders, it's not always your fault. It could very well be someone close to you who bothers you and disturbs you, and sometimes you don't even notice it. Do you want to know more about these signs to stop feeling bad? Then let's get started. First, if you feel demotivated after talking to someone. Certain people seem to suck the soul out of us when they're around, sometimes even with a simple conversation. So, if every time you talk to someone you feel heavier, more tired afterward, it could be because that person is hurting you with their words. That is, even in a subtle way. The person bothers you with the conversation, throws some indirect criticism, or even discourages you from continuing with your ideas. Therefore, if you feel destabilized after talking to someone, it's because they're attacking you with negative words, even if they're discreet. So pay close attention to this. Number 2. You feel excluded when you're around that person. Sometimes you might even think the problem is you, that you're antisocial and can't form bonds with people. However, there's a chance it could be an individual who is isolating you. That is, someone who gets close to you, discovers your weaknesses and some information about you, and with that creates movements to damage your image in front of others. This is what fake people often do, drilling a hole in your boat so you start to sink in an environment. In other words, they damage your image so you don't have any influence. For example, sometimes in your own work environment, someone finds out about a problem you have or some personal thing and starts talking about you negatively to others. Therefore, if you feel this sense of exclusion when you're around someone, it could be that this person, besides harming you, is fake. Number 3. Toxic competition. This happens a lot, and I think we've all had someone by our side who always tried to be superior to us. For example, you buy a nearly new car as a result of your hard work, and the person boasts at the same time that they have a better and even newer car. You get an excellent job, and the person insists on saying they earn more than you, even if it's in a subtle way. Have you ever had these kinds of people by your side? Because if you surround yourself with such people, these kinds of people only harm you. They are people who are frustrated with their own achievements and feel the need to be superior in whatever it is. No matter what you do, that person will always try to belittle you, showing that what they have is better than what you have. They try to win a fight you don't even know exists. Number 4. The person easily irritates you. Well, in this case I say the following. That won't even be their fault really, as many times the person's goal will not be to irritate you. However, imagine someone who is always complaining by your side or someone who just loves to talk and tries to get you to talk to them all the time. Just annoying. That's irritating, right? You're in your space, focused, and the person talks, complains, and distracts you, and that bothers you too. So, even if it's not the person's purpose, it's someone who also harms you. Besides hindering your concentration, it delays your plans, and consequently, your future. Number 5. The person criticizes and points out your mistakes constantly. There's a huge difference between someone who points out your mistakes to help you improve, and another who does the same just to criticize you. A teacher is a clear example. Someone who studied and prepared to teach and correct. They point out your mistakes because it's their job. They do it to show you that you can improve. But there are people who do it for pure pleasure, since they have no knowledge or authority on the subject. Yet they never miss an opportunity to point out your flaws and mistakes, since there really are people like that, who take pleasure in seeing someone sad and discouraged. Number 6. The person attacks your self-esteem. This is a specific case, but it's worth talking about since it happens very often. Imagine you're dating someone, and someone, a friend for example, tells you that you're too ugly for her, or tells you that it probably won't work because your appearance hinders the relationship. And this is a horrible thing to say, right? You don't want to hear this from someone, especially not someone you consider a friend. So if a person attacks your self-esteem, even if you try to ignore it, it will hurt. Because you'll wonder, am I really ugly, or is it that I'm not in shape? So, in this specific case, try to distance yourself as soon as possible from people who make you doubt your own appearance. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like and your comment. See you in the next video.